Hey everyone, Jason here, digital marketing consultant, and in this sales funnel review, we are going to be looking at 3 good alternatives to ClickFunnels, 1 terrible alternative to ClickFunnels, and then helping you definitively answer the question, this year, what is the best sales funnel building solution for you and your business? Because all of these have their strengths and weaknesses, and the goal of this review video is to help you figure out which one you should go and test. It's very important that you get behind the wheel and you actually test out a sales funnel software for yourself and not rely on reviews like this one, because a lot of the reviews out there, especially for the 4th one on our list, are driven by affiliate commissions. Most of these softwares have very, very good and lucrative affiliate programs, so there's a lot of puff pieces out there pumping up these softwares as if they do these magical things simply so you buy the product or subscription. So here we're going to cut through all that and just look at the pros and cons so I can help you make an informed decision. Now, there are 3 big warnings as we dive into these sales funnel solutions. The first big warning when it comes to picking your sales funnel software is remembering that the software is just a tool to help you be successful. The software in and of itself is not going to make or break your marketing. It's not going to make or break your business. This is just one more tool that's helping you achieve your ultimate business goals and results. So if you're looking at software A and software B and you're wondering which one's going to make me more money, that's the wrong question. These support your sales copy, these support your traffic and conversion strategies. They aren't going to make or break those strategies. Now, the second big warning I have for you as you go into trying to figure out what your sales funnel software should be is be wary of putting all your eggs in one basket. There are a lot of funnel solutions coming out that are saying it's one software, you don't have to integrate, it's one and done, but something that is just common sense is when you have one development team or one company trying to do everything, they're going to be better at some parts of the funnel building process and not so great at the other. So I highly recommend, irrespective of what you do, at the very least, you separate your email marketing from whatever funnel builder you choose. And finally, number 3, when it comes to warnings for choosing your sales funnel software, and that is making sure that you thoroughly understand what the integrations are. So a lot of these softwares will give you this long list of great software that other softwares that they integrate with, but what you want to do is actually go into their support and you need to see exactly how they integrate. And if you see any integration that includes the word Zapier in it, that is not actually an integration, because you're going to wind up spending anywhere from an extra $30 to $60 a month for Zapier in order to make that work. So when you see Zapier as a way it integrates, that's not an actual integration, because Zapier is a third-party piece of software and they're just using that to connect the 2 things. It's not an actual integration. Okay, so with those warnings out of the way, the very first ClickFunnels alternative on our list is Kartra. Now, Kartra is this new kid on the block. It's been marketed as this complete funnel building package where you're able to set up all your funnel pages. You can do the upsells and downsells like most of the other things on this list. But what Kartra's trying to stand apart from the other funnels building solutions, especially like ClickFunnels, is when you create your funnel, not only do you get all your pages, your upsells and your downsells, all that fun stuff, countdown timers, you also get the email sequences that are already ready to go. So they've actually gone an extra step and have a lot of email copy from professionals that's ready to go inside their email. So for example, if you put together a limited time offer or a webinar funnel, their email marketing software that's integrated with Kartra will automatically create sequences based upon whether or not someone watched a webinar or saw up to a particular part of your webinar. So that part is really great, really cool, because it gives you a lot of advanced features and ability to do segmentation without having to go manually set it up. Now, of course, you can actually do that with ClickFunnels. You can do that with the other solutions on our list here, and you can do that with most email marketing softwares. The difference is you're able to do it with one click of a button. Now, the big downside to Kartra right now is the fact that it's new. So the pricing at $89 a month all the way up to $499 a month is probably going to increase in the future when they're done with their kind of year or two of launching. And you're also pretty much signing yourself up to be a guinea pig, because when new software is developed, they have a lot of bells and whistles in there, but inevitably, as great as a development team I'm sure they have, there are always bugs in the first couple of years. ClickFunnels was no different. It's a completely different product than when it was initially launched, and Kartra is going to be the same way. Now, the next one on our list is the Maserati of sales funnel builders, and that is the new Kajabi, or now it's just called Kajabi. And this has a price tag of $150 or $160 all the way up to $400 or $500 a month. And it is the oldest one on our list. The original version of Kajabi was actually around before ClickFunnels even launched. And you could actually make the argument that Kartra is pretty much a copy of what Kajabi does. So Kajabi, similar to Kartra, has something called pipelines. And what pipelines allow you to do is, with one click of a button, you get all your pages that you need for your funnel builds. You get your upsell and downsell timers and everything. And it also has the email autoresponder integrated and set up, so you get your segmented emails that you need. And it also includes pre-done copy for you. And since Kajabi was out before Kartra, I'm just going to give credit to development of that idea to Kajabi over Kartra. Of course, the big difference between the two is Kajabi's been around for a long time. It's used by a lot of big influencers and marketers and gurus. So it's much more solid when it comes to reliability versus Kartra that just came out. Now, can Kartra and ClickFunnels catch up to kind of the solid base of code that Kajabi has? Of course it can, but this is just something you need to be aware of as you're getting started. Kajabi is kind of the old and proven one, and the price tag is well worth it. I've never had a client complain about Kajabi, and those who've switched from ClickFunnels have been very, very happy. Of course, that price tag gets in the way of a lot of new people actually just jumping in with Kajabi. But if you want a solution that's literally just a click and everything is written for you and you just have to modify copy, Kartra and Kajabi can both do that for you. Now, the third one on our list is WordPress based. And this is going to be the least expensive option, the least expensive viable option. There's one that's cheaper that you need to avoid. We'll get to that in a second. Least expensive viable option on this list, and that is Thrive Themes plus MemberMouse. So the first two that we talked about, they also have membership site abilities. Thrive Themes works on a WordPress site and allows you to build all of the landing pages and sales pages you need. You can actually put together a webinar sequence using their Ultimatum plugin, having countdown timers. It integrates with most email autoresponders, which of course I always recommend having your own autoresponder anyway, independent of these solutions that we're talking about. But even though it allows you to build membership websites, it doesn't allow you to protect them. So that's where MemberMouse comes in. So the total annual price you're looking at for this one, for Thrive Themes and MemberMouse, is $460 a year. $220 for Thrive, and then $20 a month for MemberMouse, which will allow you to protect your membership website and accept payments, do all the fancy upsell and downsell sequences. Now, the big advantage to using something like Thrive Themes and MemberMouse, you get all of the features minus the email marketing of the first two without the high monthly price tag. And you can put it on your WordPress site, which means you own the whole thing. Now, the problem, or the big downside, is WordPress takes a lot of work. The learning curve is significantly steeper. So what you gain in terms of price advantage, you lose in terms of time of learning how to do it. Of course, I'm still a huge proponent of this particular one. This is my favorite on the list. This is what I personally recommend to people getting started, especially because it gives you the most flexibility and you're not stuck with one piece of software. Now, the final one before we start talking about what makes ClickFunnels great and help wrap all of this information up, is Builderall. I'm going to be straight with you here. Builderall is a piece of garbage. The only reason that you hear so much about Builderall is because of its affiliate structure. If you go and watch any video on how people make money with Builderall, most of it is just selling Builderall. It's like a network marketing company. You have different pricing tiers, and when people sign up affiliates, they get commissions 2 people deep. So there's a lot of money being made selling Builderall. But those people that I've actually talked to and had the chance to go inside their accounts and take a look, the software is very slow. There are a lot of bugs, and it just overpromises and gives you all of these features that ultimately don't deliver anywhere near the quality or great user experience as the first two I talked about, or using Thrive Themes and MemberMouse on a WordPress site. Now, the final one on our list, of course, is ClickFunnels, and I've been comparing all of these to ClickFunnels simply because ClickFunnels is the most popular one on this list. They've done one of the best jobs in terms of marketing themselves. Now, is ClickFunnels a bad piece of software? You might think that I hate ClickFunnels based upon if you've seen some other review videos, and the answer is no. ClickFunnels is not a bad solution. At $100 a month, it is an excellent solution. We have lots of clients who are using ClickFunnels very successfully because it's so simple to click and drag with their page builder, just like it is with Kajabi, similar to Kartra. It's very easy to quickly set up your funnels and create multiple funnels for multiple traffic sources. But if you're just getting started, it can be a bit overkill because you don't really need all of those cool features when you're just getting started building your first funnel. If you're running, a few $1,000s in ads a month, then it does make sense to look at something like ClickFunnels or Kajabi, or give Kartra a whirl if you're willing to be a guinea pig. The big downside with ClickFunnels is their Edison suite that adds the affiliate and the emails on top of it is very weak. Now, of course, I recommend that you have your own email autoresponder anyway, but just comparing what my experience has been with their email autoresponder and how they protect membership websites, I actually wouldn't even recommend using ClickFunnels for your membership websites because of the integration issues that I've had in the past. I've had people who purchased and then just never got access to their membership site, even though everything was inside of ClickFunnels. So that's kind of the one asterisk there with ClickFunnels, but it's not a bad piece of software. And it's a very good medium between the high-price Maserati Kajabi and the new Kartra on the block. So if you are looking for a funnel building solution, we'll wrap it up here, that is just out of the box, you want a hosted solution, you don't want to deal with WordPress at all, then ClickFunnels is actually going to be one of the best ones on this list if Kajabi is too high of a price tag for you. So number one, if you want all the bells and whistles, proven code, what are the big people using? Kajabi is the winner. Then number two is ClickFunnels, which is kind of the mid-range. I think it works for a lot of people. Number three would be Kartra because it has all of the features of Kajabi and ClickFunnels combined into one with some improvements, but it has the asterisk of being new, so you're most likely going to run into some software issues for your first year or two using the software, which kind of defeats the purpose of paying a premium price because you don't want any headaches, especially when it comes to integrations. And if you're looking for a budget solution, you want to build out your entire funnel and not really worry about a lot of the WordPress headaches, then Thrive Themes and MemberMouse are the only two things you need to run an entire sales funnel collecting payments on a WordPress site. So let's go ahead and wrap things up with what is the pricing breakdown and taking a look at what you're looking to pay with each one of these solutions. So ClickFunnels is $97 to $297 a month, giving you a total annual cost of $1,164 or $35.64. We can compare that to Kajabi, which is $149 a month or $399 a month. So you're looking to pay anywhere from $17,000 to just under $5,000 per year. Of course, Kartra, the newcomer on the block, is $89 to $499, about $1,000 to $6,000 a year. Finally, wrapping things up with Builderall, which is a measly $358 or $598 per year. Of course, that is definitely not recommended because if you're on a tight budget, then WordPress with Thrive Themes and MemberMouse at $460 a year is definitely going to be the way to go. Now, I know there might be one or two you go, wait a second, Jason, that last one you're going to have an email autoresponder, unlike some of the other ones. Yes, okay, so if you're not going to follow my advice of having your own email autoresponder, then the Thrive MemberMouse plugin combo winds up being approximately $640 a year because we need to add $180 for whatever autoresponder you decide to use. You'd probably spend around $15 a month for that to get started. So thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, if you're confused about anything we went over, please drop a comment in the comment section below. It's my goal to help you figure out which one is best for you. There is no one size fits all solution. That's why there's multiple pieces of software, and that's why there's multiple ways to do the same thing. grow your business and get more customers. So go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe for more marketing reviews just like this one. And until the next video, keep building the business you love.